Please, I can't sleep.
It's time to listen to Courtney at last on the Ramblings of an Insomniac podcast.
Hello, welcome to another episode of the Ramblings of an Insomniac. I am Courtney. Hi, hello, howdy, good afternoon, morning, and evening to ya. I'm outside. It's quite noisy, and I think for real. Oh, what? Hang on. Aw, I got too close. There was a frog. Anyway, there's a frog going crazy. Okay, so I was walking along and I was on a sidewalk, and there are like apartments with windows, obviously. I'm telling you this because I feel like it has something to do with it, or I'm absolutely losing my marbles. But I feel like I saw something on TV about this. But anyway, I'm walking along, and it's not like cold out. There's major clouds, and it's been kind of sprinkly. It's been sort of sprinkly today, and there's some pretty thick clouds in the sky, but it's not like cold or anything. It's probably, I don't know, like 50 or 54-ish, something. So it's not hot either. And I'm walking along. Yep, it's definitely the windows, but it's being crazy. So I'm walking along, and there's like a breeze, and the breeze makes it a little bit chilly. And the sun was hitting this window, and I'm like a good 200 yards. That's an exaggeration. Probably 100 yards away from this window. Um, and let me tell you, maybe like 75 yards from this window. And let me tell you what, it was beaming. The sun was beaming. At least I think this is what's happening. Don't laugh at me. I have no idea if this is what's happening. I'm just assuming, I'm guessing, because I'm walking along, and holy forking shirt balls, the way the sun was hitting this window, it was making this, the sidewalk has these cool little squares on it. I mean, obviously a sidewalk square, but I'm not explaining things very well. But it was, if I stood in this one particular square, holy crap, it was so warm that it felt like there was like a warm laser, like bouncing off and like hitting the sidewalk up onto me, just like I was like bathed in this warm, like it was so cool. And then you would step off the square, didn't feel it. Step onto the square, totally feel it. So I'm assuming it's the way the sun is hitting the window, and the windows, I don't know, and the window's reflecting, but I'm just pulling shit out my ass. I don't know. Or I'm going crazy, or there's some type of portal, like a portal there, a portal's warm. I don't know. But it just felt weird because all of a sudden it's just this really warm, like awesome. It just felt warm and toasty. And but then the minute you stepped off the square, cold again. It was crazy. Anyway, hi. Hello. Welcome to Ramblings of an Insomniac. Thanks for tuning in, whether it is your first, second, 24th, 100th. I appreciate you so very much. Thank you. I tend to very much digress and get off topic, and you got to keep up. I'm keeping you sharp, keeping you mentally sharp. There are people. It's too peoply. So, what is keeping me up? What has been keeping me up? Well, I just got off work. I'm all jazzed because I don't know. It's like I got my second wind or something, and I did not like snort a line of coke or take any meth. I swear, I just got my second wind. Everybody was in a good mood and nice today, so that kind of made me want to be like, oh, everyone else is in a good mood and nice. I'm feeling in a good mood and nice. Isn't that crazy how one person or one thing can set things off, but then the minute that someone else is kind, you're kind of like, oh, okay, I guess I should be nice and grateful. And oh my God, excuse me, that was really gross. Sorry. We should be like Taylor Swift and shake it off if we're in a bad mood. And this morning I was kind of not really in a bad mood, but just kind of Like things were just really annoying me that don't normally annoy me. I was getting annoyed very easily. So I guess I wasn't in a bad mood, I suppose. But I was trying not to be. I was aware that I was not in the best mood and I didn't really have a reason to be, I mean, I have a lot of stuff going on, but like not this morning, I was fine. And so, point being, I was trying and I was like, damn it, Courtney, like get your head out your ass. You got to go to work. You don't want to rub off on people because it does when someone's in a bad mood, especially if you work with very few people. You can very much affect each other's life. And women, holy God, I won't have to say anything else to all the women that are listening. All the women that are listening, all I have to say is women working with other women. Ooh, that shit doesn't, it can be, it's just, women are just catty bitches. We are. I mean, I love my friends. I love women. But we're assholes. We really are. We're just assholes to each other. We don't treat each other well. We're catty. We don't work well together. We don't play well together. And it's a whole shit show. And everyone's going to be like, I work great with people. No, you don't. Like women just don't. Sure, you can get along. Like I like my coworkers. I love my coworkers. I have loved not all of my coworkers, but I've loved the majority. I'd say a good 70% of my coworkers I have liked a lot and I've gotten close to. But women just get, we're hormonal and we start to like sync our cycles and it's just a weird thing and we love each other, but then we can turn on a dime and it's like that episode of New Girl where Cece and her in a fight and the guys are just blown away because they can get in a fight by saying something that men just think it sounds normal, like we're just having a normal conversation. And one of the examples, I'm not going to get it verbatim, I'm not going to say it word by word, but basically she was like, and she said, I like your polka dots. And and the guys are like, oh, that's very nice. And they're like, what? All the girls are like, she said, what? Because we just have a way of saying things passive aggressive. You know, it's the whole passive aggressive bullshit, or it's the whole pretending to be nice, even though we know that we secretly hate each other kind of crap. It's annoying. We're just really fucking annoying. But at the same time, we'll also love each other very much and like be your best friend and want to hang out and do stuff. We're just stupid assholes. And so, point being, God damn it. See, oh, yes. So, I do this. Being in a bad mood. If you work with very few people, you don't want to be the buzzkill and you don't want to be the one bumming everyone else out. And plus, if everyone else is in a bad mood, maybe it just takes you being happy. So, I like to bust out the robot and do the running man and do the sprinkler just randomly because it makes me feel good. And my coworker cracks me up. I freaking love it because she joins along with me. And then we're both like dancing like goobers. And we went to Nevada. We went to Las Vegas. I mean, it is in Nevada, down on Fremont. And I love the shit out of the fact that she just was not at all embarrassed by me. I was purposely dancing like a dork because it was really fucking fun. And then she joined in on me. Not only was she like, oh, wow, you look like an asshole and I'm embarrassed and I'm not going to dance with you. No, she was like, yeah, get it. What? And then she danced with me too. She was all up in the dancing and we danced until like fucking 2 in the morning or 1 in the morning or something like that. And then we still had to like truck it back to where we were staying, which was seriously like an hour and a half. So it was a whole thing, hour and a half because we were on a bus shuttle thing that stopped every like 19 seconds. And it was a whole thing and we were way off the strip. So point being, uh, when you are in a bad mood and you bring it to work, it's not cool. It's not professional. And it just makes everyone else, have a bad day. So today I was like, all right, it's on like Donkey Kong. We are gonna, my ex coworker and I used to say, we're gonna fuck this day in the mouth. Don't know what that meant, but we accidentally, it's because she was trying to say something else and somehow it came out, fuck this day in the mouth. So then we thought it was hilarious. So then every time we were having a bad day or we had a lot to do, we'd be like, all right, we're gonna fuck this day in the mouth. Yeah. So feel free to, share it. But coworkers are rad, and then some of them are just assholes. There have been coworkers I did not like at all. And unfortunately, I made it known and they made it known and it was just no good. But um, so I'm trying to be in a good mood and um, trying to this month is kind of crappy usually. And it's been not disappointing this year either. This year has been equally crappy, but I've just been like, let's just fix what we can, control what we can, like I've been talking about forever. Let's control what we can and just go forward. So I went into work and then everybody else. Oh, and I got to work and I got early um, birthday stuff and it was nice, even though I don't like to celebrate my birthday because, like I've said 100 times, it's just no good. But it was super sweet. So I was like, all right, let's do this. And I've been working on it. I've been working on positivity. Like right now, there are a family of snails. There's, let's see, four, there's three of them together, huddled together. And then there's another three all huddled together. And then one's like a slowpoke, and he's either being exiled from the family, um, or he is coming in to try to infiltrate. I'm not sure. But there are snails freaking crazy. Like seriously, I can't walk anywhere without there being 100 snails. Got to get my camera out, take some in the morning to get my macro on, get my macro on, get my macro on. Anyway, I love macro photography. Love it, love it, love it. In fact, if you ever want to check out my Instagram, I have some of my photography up there. And oh, forking shirt balls though. I never use it, so I don't remember what it's under now. Crap. Well, that doesn't help. I'm really bad at this because I don't like the social media stuff, but I know I need to do it if I want to get my podcast out there. You know how else we can get the podcast out there is you all can tell everybody, tell a friend, tell a neighbor, tell a spouse, tell a partner, a family member, coworker, hey, you should listen to this crazy person who talks about nothing whatsoever, goes on a tangent sometimes and cries sometimes and talks 100 miles an hour and forgets what she's saying, but you should listen to her. It's fantastic. You know, make it cool. Make the podcast cool. Um, anyway, so little bit of stuff that's kind of bumming me out, and then we'll move on. And that is the Carmelo Anthony Austin Metcalf business. That shit. And then the dude, don't know his name, sorry, don't go to me for um unless I say it's facts or whatever, but don't know the guy that's representing the Anthony family, but he is absolutely needs to get the shit kicked out of him. He needs I'm not promoting that. I'm not saying you should do it. Don't, you know, I'm not promoting violence or saying anybody out there should do it. I'm just saying he is he turned Carmelo Anthony into a victim. And Carmelo Anthony's mother, of course, because she's the mom, so of course, she now is somehow making her family and her son the victim. At no point whatsoever did the mother or Carmelo Anthony or the dude, whatever the fuck his name is, that's representing that piece of shit family, none of them expressed their grief or sorrow or apologize for anything because, of course, now it's allegedly that he allegedly um, killed Austin, even though a million people saw it and gave detail. And even though Carmelo Anthony said himself that he did it, but now, it's Trump's fault and it's a racist thing. And he was defending himself, even though he brought a knife to school, went over to a area that he didn't belong in because it wasn't his school, and asked, was starting shit. And Austin wanted to sit in his seat, and Carmelo Anthony allegedly murdered him. Allegedly. And then the media decided to make this into some kind of a somehow Karmelo Anthony's family is the victim, and they had to move into a $900,000 a month gated community and house that's in a gated community and get an Acura. And allegedly, none of that came out of the GoFundMe. And allegedly, a friend of theirs is just allowing them to live there right now. I'm sure until they get all of the money from the GoFundMe. Allegedly, they haven't taken a dime, and they're supposedly not going to take any of it. I don't know how they can afford to live in that. Apparently, it's a kind-hearted friend of theirs that's allowing them to stay there. Don't know why they felt they had to move. I know they said that they feared for their life, which I understand. I've heard they've been getting death threats. Hello, you're getting in the middle of my podcast. Thank you. Just kidding. But at no point has the family expressed any type of pity or grief for what the Austin family. They're just talking about all the inconvenient stuff that's happening to them. Oh, we're getting death threats, and my husband's health. He's stressing out so bad he can't sleep. Oh, boo, are you not sleeping? Are you losing sleep because your son is allegedly a cold-hearted murderer? And can you not sleep in your $900,000 gated community home? Can you not sleep? Are you having a hard time? Imagine what Austin Metcalf's parents feel like. Do you think they're getting sleep? Do you think they're not experiencing any kind of grief or anxiety or having, health issues? Because she kept talking about her health issues and that she worries for her husband's health because he's just so anxiety ridden. Boo fucking who? Who cares? I realize the parents didn't do it, but when you turn around and you defend your alleged murderous child and then turn it into a race thing as if somehow Austin did something wrong and somehow black people are the victim and it's Trump's fault, because if you listen to what the fuck ever his name is, he blames Trump and he blames white people. He blames everybody but the actual person that allegedly stabbed a kid in cold-blooded murder and brought a knife with him, because that's what you do to attract me. You just bring knives. And then you go over and you sit in another school's tent and you egg people on, and there's like 30 some odd witnesses, and he admitted to it. And his eyes look like they're dead inside, and you can see that he gets his morals. Oh, by the way, the guy that is representing them shook a 4-year-old so hard that they experienced, they almost died. They almost died, and they had massive trauma and issues, life-threatening issues. And he has also allegedly beat the mother of that same child that he almost killed. He beat her up to death and then refused. Then she didn't want to press charges because, that is what unfortunately abused people do, because I've been there, done that, and I get it. We don't want to cause any issues, so we don't press charges. But he's not a good person at all, and he's an idiot. And that's who they've decided to have represent them. But they're talking about their issues. If there's a single person on earth that blames Austin Metcalf or doesn't feel anything but grief and sorrow for him and his parents, and that if there's a single person that makes any excuse whatsoever for Karmelo Anthony, you're just an absolute piece of garbage trash. You're a trash human. You really are. And you should not sleep at night. You should lie awake every single night knowing what an absolute piece of crap you are. If you have one teeny tiny shred of you, part of you, any part of you that can stick up for or defend or make any type of excuse whatsoever for Carmelo Anthony or his family, you're just a garbage human. You really are. I just, it's absolutely not okay. And if the situation were reversed, I've said this 100 times because it's 100% true, because we've seen it over and over and over and over. We've seen it for the last 8 years. We've seen it actually ever since the dawning of time. Um, Whenever the Democrats don't get their way, they I hope that this works because I got a phone call in the middle of it. But they like to, not all Democrats, I won't speak on behalf of all Democrats. I'm speaking on behalf of the crazy left. The crazy left. I'll start saying that because, again, I have a lot of friends that are Democrats. I like them. And I don't want to say Democrats anymore because that sounds like a fucking asshole. And I'm not a fucking asshole. I'm a nice person. I'm just irked right now. So, and I know that there are a lot of Democrats that feel that this whole Carmelo Anthony, Austin Metcalf thing is absolutely horrific too. And they are not on the alleged psychopath murderer Carmelo Anthony allegedly's side. So, but to anybody out there that is even remotely making an excuse for him, you're just a garbage person. You are. And it shows how that same garbage person also is 100% on board. Oy vey, I keep getting phone calls, man. Anyway, um, and I don't know. Oh yeah, starting, um, dang it, I got 2 phone calls, but I was basically saying that I'm really getting tired of the crazy left and how it's become 100% okay to, I guess, if we have a problem with somebody, if someone has a different opinion than us, if someone is a different religion or we just don't like them, or if we want them to move out of our way or uh, come get their spot, I guess we can just start shanking people now. That's the standard that certain groups of people are setting, that we can just start stabbing people. We can start um, vandalizing cars. We can start throwing Molotov cocktails into windows. We can start setting things on fire. We can just every time we don't get our way or we don't like something, we can just throw gigantic fits, set things on fire, ruin people's property, destroy things, and act like giant ass babies. And then when our children watch us and our children go around and they kill people, we can be like, I don't know where they got that from. I wonder where they got that from. Maybe it's because everyone is super violent right now. I don't want to say everyone, because there are large groups of people right now that have lost their ever living goddamn fucking mind. And it's sad because I just want to be in a good mood and I want to enjoy the life that I have been given before I no longer can. And people are really being a big buzzkill, you know? People are really fucking losing their minds. And by people, I mean the crazy left. The crazy left needs to all be deported to any other country but this, all the ones that they love. Send them to Palestine. Send them to all of the countries that they think are fantastic. And then when they uh, cry and they boo-hoo and they talk about how much they hate America and they won't stand for the national anthem, then again, deport them. The ones that do videos on how much America sucks, it's okay to have freedom of speech. But when they say they hate America and then they go out and they support terrorism, they support terrorists, they support people that want us dead, then they need to be deported. They should be deported, or at the very least in prison. When you're burning our flag, that's bullshit. Why are you still here? Buzzkill, man. I'm trying to live my life over here. I love this country. I absolutely love America. America, fuck yeah. Come to save the motherfucking day, yeah. I've never seen that movie at all, so I'm just pulling that out my ass by the video clip that I saw of that. Um, but people are just really, um, they are killing my buzz, and it's not cool. We need to be fixing things that we can fix, finding solutions, being part of the solution, not part of the problem. We need to be trying to pay it forward. We need to be focusing on this life that we have and helping each other, because united we stand. United we stand. Divided we fall. Very simple, very true, very correct. We don't need to be mobbing each other and stabbing each other and setting things on fire. That's just silly temper tantrums, and it doesn't get anything accomplished, and it ruins everyone's mood, and it makes everyone else cranky, and now we're all cranky, and now we're all pissed off, and we're running amok. And it's sad. 9/11 was sad, but man, we all got together and we were all like, let's help each other. Whenever there's a natural disaster, we used to get together and help each other. Communities get together and they help each other. If a child is missing, we all go find them. If a dog is missing, we all go find it. If a neighbor needs help across the street or getting groceries out of her car, we help. What the hell has happened? The previous administration is what happened. The Biden administration happened, and then everyone was allowed to do whatever they wanted, whenever they wanted, without consequence. And now everyone hates Trump because, hey, guess what? Actions like that have consequences. There are consequences now. That's not a bad thing, and we need to remember our children are watching. Our children are watching, and they need to know that there are consequences for these type of behaviors. So when you let Karmelo Anthony wander, does he have to stay at a $900,000 really nice gated house? Oh, poor baby. He killed someone, allegedly. Air quotes. Allegedly. Uh-huh. And he's bitching because he has to stay on house arrest in a almost $1 million home. Well, actually, it's like 900 million. It's not 900 million a month, but it's $900,000 home or whatever that they supposedly did not buy with GoFundMe. And even if they didn't, we all know that the GoFundMe, we know where that money's going to go. But yeah, for her to be sitting up there crying and acting like the victim is ridiculous. So I've decided I'm going to be like, all right, I'm just going to focus on Austin Metcalf. I'm going to focus all of my energy on that family. And I hope they get the attention that they deserve. And I hope that I'm so sorry for them for having to experience all that grief. That's horrible. I can't imagine. I hope I never, ever, ever have to imagine losing a child. That would be the worst thing ever. Can't imagine it. Don't want to imagine it. Unthinkable. My heart breaks for the Metcalf family. Absolutely breaks. It is so sad. And the Anthony family can just go fuck themselves. Seriously. Seriously, they're getting death threats because they're fucking pieces of shit people. Not saying it's okay for people to do it, not condoning it, not saying to go out and do it. I'm just saying it's happening for a reason. Because the kid is out on the streets. And then your whole fucking family is playing the victim and not even sorry. So there's a reason you're getting death threats. You're pieces of garbage. You're garbage humans. I'm tired of garbage humans walking around, making everybody else's life a mess. So we can't let them. We have to be united. We have to stand united, be united we stand, and be like, America, fuck yeah, and take this country back like we are. Thank God we are. Thank God we're still in the majority. Thank God the majority of people love America and aren't crazy. Whoop, whoop, power to the not crazy people. I mean, I'm crazy. I'm definitely crazy, but I'm not going to run around and set things on fire and beat people up because I disagree. I'm not that kind of crazy. I like people. Well, I mean, but I am very tolerant. I actually am tolerant. Holy crap, it's noisy. Anyway, so I'm going to leave on a good note and say, hey, let's pay it forward and pass on a smile. Buy someone a coffee. Say hello. Help someone with their groceries, whatever. I mean, nowadays people are assholes when you try to help them, but smile, do the robot dance, bust out dancing, pay it forward. Be kind. No, I don't want to sound like Ellen. Ugh. But, be good to another. Let's just help each other. Let's unite. Let's stand united. Anyway, thank you so, so much for listening. I appreciate it greatly. Thank you to every single person out there that's been listening. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Until next time.